So network topology. So students, in last class we have discussed that a network is a connection of computers and devices, right? So how the computers are connected, means it's not like we can put the computers together and bind them with a cable, or it's not like that, right? So we have to arrange it properly so that we have a clear understanding of how the data transfer is happening. Okay, so for that we use network topology. So what is network topology? So a computer in a network have to be connected in some specific manner, specific logical manner, and when we arrange those computers physically, like one after one, like computers will be aligned or around, will be put in a round, or how the computers are arranged, that physical arrangement of those computers in that network is called network topology. So we can say, like it is a virtual shape. Okay, so we are arranging things in concept, like computers will be connected in this manner. Okay, the structure that we create by that is network topology, or we can also call it network architecture. Okay, and every device in that network, they are called nodes, like computers and other devices, peripheral devices, those are common in a network, they are all called nodes. And the network topology shows the connection between or those nodes. Okay, there are different types of network topologies. They are point to point topology, bus topology, ring topology, star topology, mesh topology, tree topology, and hybrid topology. What is the need for so many types of topology? It's simple that we can use whichever topology is more suitable for our use. We should not use a topology which makes our connections more complicated where it is not necessary. So point to point topology. So this is the most simple between all the network topologies. Okay, in this, two computers are connected directly or with a direct link. Since only two computers are used and a direct link is made, the data transfer is very fast and it is reliable. You can depend on it. But the disadvantage is, like, you cannot connect two computers which are too far away. The computers have to be close to each other, and the number of computers is limited to only 2. Next, bus topology. Here a single cable is used to connect all the computers and all the nodes. Okay, this single cable is called bus, and the whole network depends on this cable. It acts as a backbone of the network. So here all the computers are connected to the single bus, okay, and one of these computers will act as a server, and every computer is a node in this network, and at both ends of the bus there will be a single or a small device which is called terminator, okay. So when one of the nodes have to send some information to any other node, so what will it do? It will send the signal or the signal or the information through the entire length of the backbone. Means the computer which wants to send information will simply send the information to the backbone, the bus, okay, and the information will spread throughout the cable or throughout the bus, and then it will reach to the intended, means the destination, okay, means to which computer you want to send the information. It will reach to that node, okay. So the whole bus is now containing the information, right? So how the next information will flow? So for that the terminators will observe the information. It will completely observe it so that the next information can flow. So what are its advantages or merits? Why should we use this topology? Because it reduces the cost. Why? How? Because it uses a single long cable. So the use of cables is reduced, and the number of connecting devices, intermediate connecting devices also reduced. That way the cost is reduced. Second, it is very easy to maintain, okay, because every node is simply a separate point, so it is easy to maintain. And if one of the nodes is failed, then it does not affect the whole network, because the nodes are connected to the bus, so it does not matter if one node is failed. But there are some disadvantages are also there, like if the main cable, the bus, the backbone or the terminator, if any of these breaks, then the whole network will break down, because the whole network completely depends on the backbone, okay. Next, it is very difficult to troubleshoot. What is the meaning of troubleshoot? To find the fault, where the problem is, to find where the problem is, because every node is completely independent, only they depend on the single cable. So finding the faulty node is very difficult. And another problem is only one node can send information at a time. Two or more nodes cannot send information at the same time. Next, ring topology. So in ring topology, every computer in the network, they are connected in a circle, okay, making a round type, we can say circular fashion. and in that network data flows only in one direction. Okay, so each computer is connected to two computers directly, but it can send information to one computer only, or one way only, not like one computer, because if it has to send information to a computer which is like 5 or 10 computers later, or even to the computer just before itself, then the information has to travel through all those nodes, all those computers, to reach the destination computer. Just like in a game where players are standing in a circle and the ball can only be passed to the person next to you, to your left. In there the ball can, if you have to pass the ball to a person who is standing after 5 players, then the ball have to go through the hands of each and every other player in between. Similarly, if one node has to transfer information to another node, which is and there are multiple nodes in between those, then the information has to go through each and every node in between. There are the advantages are like it is very easy to install, as there are only direct links between them. Okay, and it is easy to manage, and each and every computer has equal access to all the resources. Resources means every other computers, available commonly shared softwares, and other devices like printer, scanner, or any other devices. Next, if any of the nodes or computers or connections are defective, or there is a problem, it is very easy to find. Okay, next, high volume of information through a long distance can be easily transferred, or because each and every node in between will act as a booster, like amplifier, where the signal is received and again powered and sent to the next point. That way the information doesn't lose its strength or its quality. Okay, but there are some disadvantages too, like because every node will receive the information and then send to the next one, the transmission of data is very slow. Okay, and if you want to add another computer in the network, the process is a bit complex, and then if one of the nodes or computers in the network fails, then the entire network will go down, because the network is a circular path. So if the circle is broken, then the whole network will break down. Okay, so